Hello once again guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a great day so far. So what we're going to be talking about in this video today is how to invest like the 1%, or basically what is it that the top 1% wealthiest people in the world are doing with their money, and how can you follow in their footsteps as well. And what we have to understand here is that most millionaires out there are not born rich. There are statistics that tell us exactly this. And as much as a lot of us want to sit there and say, you're either born rich or you're never going to be rich, that is just not true. You're just making an excuse for yourself, to be completely honest. You can become rich by following different strategies out there. And no, I'm not going to pitch you on some kind of get rich quick scheme or gimmick here. What we're going to be looking at is 4 habits that you see across a lot of very wealthy people and things you can potentially implement into your own life. So number 1 on the list here, absolutely number 1, is buying real estate. It's unbelievable how many people have become extremely wealthy by investing in real estate, and I found this article on The College Investor that absolutely blew my mind. I'll link it up in the description below if you guys want to read it. But it says that 90% of the world's millionaires have been created by investing in real estate. I had no idea it was that large of a number, but that is the percentage of people that became millionaires by investing in real estate. Most people are becoming millionaires as real estate investors. It's not by starting a business, it's not by launching an app or getting involved in cryptocurrency. I'm sure some people did become millionaires doing that. But most people from plain old real estate, that is how they became a millionaire. Now, there are a number of obvious reasons why real estate is such a good investment. Number 1, there are huge tax advantages associated with investing in real estate and write-offs that you're not going to find with other investments out there. If you compare real estate investing to investing in bonds or investing in the stock market, it is not a fair playing field. Real estate investors have access to a lot more write-offs and a lot more tax advantages than you're going to see as a stock or bond investor. Second of all, real estate allows you to have leverage with your investment, and that essentially means you're in control of a much larger asset for a smaller amount of money. And when you have leverage like that, if that asset in and of itself increases in value, you're going to be having a proportionally larger gain because you only have a small amount of money involved in that property. So just to give you guys a rough example here, let's say you have a property worth $200,000 and you put 25% down. So you put $50,000 down on that property. Well, all of a sudden, if that property becomes valued at $250,000, well, then you just made $50,000 or a 100% return on your initial investment of $50,000 because you could sell that tomorrow, pay off your mortgage and collect about $100,000. So that is what is unique about real estate, is it's a healthy amount of leverage. You can get leverage in the stock market and with other investments, but it's definitely not recommended. Buying stocks on margin is not what most would call a healthy way to use leverage. But with real estate, it's relatively consistent and it's an amount of risk and leverage that most investors are comfortable with. And then number 3, you can depreciate your real estate investment. You can't depreciate a stock or a bond, but with real estate, you can definitely depreciate it. So for those 3 reasons, real estate is a superior investment to stocks and bonds, but it's definitely not for everybody. There are multiple different ways to get started with real estate investing. Some are totally passive, some are very active. And if you guys are looking to learn more about it, I have a real estate investing guide that I've been working on over on my blog for the last month or 2, and I will link that up in the description below. It talks about real estate investing and all these different avenues you could go down to learn more and begin investing in real estate. Okay, number 2, the second investing strategy of the top 1% is simply being a buy and hold investor. The fact of the matter is here, most high net worth investors are long-term investors. You don't hear about Warren Buffett, day trading or buying into the next hottest ICO or IPO. He certainly didn't buy any Lyft stock, and that's because they're not looking for short-term gains or quick money. They understand that long-term investing is how most people make their money, and there's also significant tax advantages to being a long-term investor. That is long-term capital gains versus short-term capital gains. Most high net worth investors have little interest in short-term capital gains, and they will do anything they can to lower their tax bill. So as a result, buy and hold is often the strategy of any high net worth investor, whether it's real estate, bonds, stocks, whatever it is. You typically see these people being long-term investors. Number 3, you see high net worth people investing in passive investments. And the reason behind this is because they understand what their number one most valuable resource is. It's not their money, it's their time. And if their investments are consuming their time, even if it's getting them a better return, oftentimes they don't want that because they understand that their time is a much more valuable resource than potentially earning a little bit more money. So rich people understand the value of their time, and they're in most cases not interested in any time-consuming investments that are going to involve them, getting phone calls or being kept up late at night. They don't want to be actively involved with their investments. So you see a lot of rich or high net worth people investing in hedge funds or index funds or mutual funds, these funds where they essentially don't have to do anything. They're paying somebody else to manage that money. And if they're fee sensitive, obviously index funds are what they're going after. But typically, really rich people, top 1%ers, are accredited investors, and they're involved in hedge funds and different investments that you and me, the average retail investor, just do not have access to. And then number 4, the final thing I wanted to add to this list that you see a lot with the top 1% is they invest a lot of money into charity and giving back. Now, obviously, you can't pour from an empty cup, and if you don't yet have your own financial house in order, it doesn't make sense to start giving money to other people. But I do want you to think about this, when you are in the situation or at the point where you have enough money to start giving back, like a lot of the top 1%ers do. And rich people are often the most generous because they have the ability to be. They have so much money and they have the abundance mindset, and they know how much they can give back. So just to give you a couple of examples of this, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, which is a totally charitable cause, had a value of $50 billion in 2017, all money that is going to be given to charity. And then second of all, Warren Buffett, since 2006, has given over $30 billion to charity. So right there we have $80 billion being given by two of the richest people, Bill Gates and Warren Buffett, just to show you an example of what the top 1% are doing with their money. And a lot of that comes down to the scarcity versus the abundance mindset, and understanding that, if you give it to people, you're going to receive. That's just understanding the law of attraction at that point. But you often will find that rich people are often the most giving, and they have this abundance mindset. So I just wanted to plant this seed in your head. Once you do have enough money for yourself, and you have become the top 1%, one of the things that you should be investing in is charitable donations. But anyways, guys, that's going to wrap up this video. This is the investing strategies of the top 1%. If you're following any of these strategies, let me know in the comment section below. I would love to hear what you guys think. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video.